Hello guys, welcome to Wordpress Home. In this video, I'm gonna show you how we can create a beautiful dynamic website using WordPress framework, whether you're using a local server or an online one. So let's see what we need to work online first. So the first thing we'll need is we need to purchase a hosting service from any hosting company. Choose a plan that suits you, right? And then you need to register your domain name, right? So if you already got a domain name, you can just click on the I already own this domain tab or register a domain. If you don't have a domain, right, let's show you I already own this domain, right? So enter your domain name without www and then fill up billing info and make the payment. And if you don't have that, right, you can click on register a new domain and click search for any available domain, then make the payment, right? And once you make the payments, you'll be provided with a cPanel username and password by the hosting company, right? And that you need to use to log into the control panel located to you, where you can see this sort of interface, right? So once you're logged in, you can see all this interface where you can upload the file, right? In the file manager, if you have got the local project, you need to upload, right? If you're working online direct, then you need to create the database by php-myadmin, then quickly install the WordPress files from quick install, right? So now let's see what we need to work on the local server then, right? The first thing you'll need is the Apache local server application. I've got XAMPP there, right? And then what you do is we need to download the WordPress framework from any online sources. You can find it free, right? So you can see that I'm gonna show you, right? You can see the link, you can click in it and download the WordPress straight. In my case, I've already got it downloaded, so I'll copy it and paste it in my XAMPP SDocs folder, then rename it to my project's name. All right, then go to localhost php-myadmin, right, and create a database. Here we just need to create the database name. That's all what we need to do, right? So that's done. Then we can open the project in the browser, localhost / project name, and it will take us through the configurations, WordPress configurations, right? So the first one is language selection. Choose your language and click on continue, right? And it will indicate what it needs and what to do in case of configuration errors, right? If you're ready, then click on let's go and fill up the details here. That's the database name for the project I just created, right? The username should be root and the password should be blank, right? And database host and table prefix is already there. We don't need to change it. So click on submit. All right, so you can see that run this install, right? And then you can gonna set the title for your project, and let's add my WordPress site. Then you can add a username for the backend WordPress application, right? You can create one. I can just add one, and there's the password automatically generated there by WordPress, right? So let's add the username admin@wp-site.com. You better copy the password so that you can use it for future reference, right? And add your email address, right? And that's done. You can click on install WordPress. So it's gonna install. Let's see what to do if there's some configuration error in the process. You just need to simply open one PSB file from here that's named wp-config.sample, right? And fill up the details manually here. That's the database name for the database, right? And the username root, password blank, and you can opt to set the passwords there, right? All right, so refresh the browser because we have already got it installed, so we can directly go to the login page, add the login username we just created and the password that WordPress gave us, and you can see this dashboard interface here with all the menu options there to manage our website, manage our content on the website, and update our contents to the database, right? So let's see how our project looks in the browser, and you can recheck your database and all the tables are already inserted there, updated there, right? And you can see this is the theme that's activated by default by WordPress 4.8, right? And if you don't like the theme or you want something else, you can just go to appearance, themes, and then or directly from the front end, right? And you'll come to this page where you can add a new theme here. But let's download a new theme here from some online source. Select one of them and download it. Okay, it's gonna give us a demo theme that might not look as it is there, right? Then go on add new, upload theme, choose file, right? And then select the file you have got and install now, and that's gonna be installed. And finally click on activate, and that's done, right? You can go to the browser, refresh it, and the new design is being displayed there, right? So it's almost empty, so we need to add some menus and posts to make it look better. All right, so we can add the post from post menu, but before that, let's install some plugins that we need to work on WordPress, and that's gonna make our work much easier, right? The first one I'll use here is Site Origin Page Builder, and that's gonna help us create multiple layouts in the text areas or description fields. So click on install now, right, and activate, and you can see that, right? So the second one would be Easy Google Fonts, and that's gonna let us customize the fonts in our project. All right, install, activate, and then let's go with Black Studio. That's the text editor, rich text editor for WordPress. Then go with Spacer, and that's gonna let us add space between rows or text and thing, right? And the final one will be Contact Form 7 for WordPress. Activate it, and that's gonna help us create the contact form easily, right? So you can find few direct options on the front end as well. Let's say the customize option here, that allows us to modify the front end, but we'll see all the options later. We can see the panel here, right? So let's close it and go with dashboard. And then what we're gonna do is let's add some categories first. That's the menus, right? Go to post, categories, add new category down there. So type in some name and add some slash, and you know the slash means the text that's gonna appear on the URL, right? Once you add it, you're gonna see it on the right hand side table. Add a few more. Okay, that's done. Refresh the browser and you can't see any of the menus here, because in WordPress we need to go to appearance and menus option, right, and create a new menu there to make it visible on the front end. Then select the contents or titles or the categories and add to menu, and display the set the location where you want to display that. You can reorder the menus here with the simple drag and drop options, right? And then save menu. That's done. Refresh the browser and you can see all the menus there, but on the wrong place, so change it. Refresh the browser and yep, that comes here. So hover over the menus and the URL is not looking so good, so we're going to change it, right? We need to go to the settings, permalinks, and there are all of the URL options there, how you want to display the URL for your project. Select any one you want and save the changes, right? And you can see the nice URL, right? So click on any of them and you can see it in the URL as well. All right, so now we go to the customization option, right, and modify the front end as we want. The first one I'll go here is site identity, right, and that's gonna let us modify the site title and the tagline and it also allows us to add the icon for the tab. So we need to add some emails here. So we don't have any emails, so we can go to new tab, open a new tab, and add some emails from the Google, right? Since it's a demo project, we can use it, but when you're going on for your project, you need to create one for yourself, right? Then you can edit the emails, change the email size if you want, right? Yep, that looks good. Then save it, and you need to crop the emails to save it, right? And you can see on the tab on the top that image is being displayed, right? So the next thing we're gonna go with is the header contents, right? And here we're allowed to add social icons. Add one and see where it appears. Let's add the Facebook link here, Facebook icon. Yep, you can see that appearing. Then you can add the links here. I'm going with has. Let's add some more. YouTube, and then Instagram. So going to disable sticky menu and gonna add header logo. That's gonna replace the text. Yep, you can see it, right? And all the categories, everything there. So we're going with the fronted sections. I'm not going to change it because we don't have any post here. So going with the footer section, then adding some text here, and it appears below the logo section, right? Then add section title for the social title, and it's gonna consume some space, so reducing the text, right? And adding some social links there, social icons there. Let's add emails as well. All right, removing those texts, and then adding the menu for the footer. Yep. And with the sidebar and the footer section, area sections, we can add anything we want, but basically I'm gonna add contact form on the far right, and you just need to go to the contact option, and copy the short link there. Yep, and add that in your visual editor text area. Right, save it. It takes a bit of time, right? And you can see the form is appearing there next to the logo, and that's because we have nothing in footer area 1 and 2. So I'm gonna add the visual editor widget there with nothing there, but that's gonna consume some space, right? And that's gonna help us move the contact form on the far right. One more on footer area 2, and you can see the contact form is on the right side. All right, save the changes, save and publish, and close it. So you can see that, but there's a little bit of error with the body width. I'm not gonna adjust that right now. You can go to style, the CSS, and adjust it, right? But you can see fully functional contact form there. All right, so click on the logo image at the footer, and it's gonna redirect us to the home page. So now let's add some posts to the database under different categories now, so that we can display it in the front end, right? Go to posts, add new. Yep, you can see all the fields there, associated fields that you can select for the post. But the first thing I'm gonna do is add the title for the post and add some description here, pasting some text here. All right, so I'm gonna select the category for the post, Let's select politics for this one, and at the bottom you can see that featured image link there. You can add an image, featured image for that post. Since we don't have any posts, I'm gonna go to some site and download some free images, and this unsplash.com is a good site for free images that are of high resolution. Alright, download a few for your posts. And then upload it. Okay, only one is on the desktop. Let's select it first, upload it for this post, and save it. Set featured image, and then click on publish to publish the post. Yep. Refresh the browser and you can see the post there, right? Now let's go on to add a few more, right? There will be the second post on the politics, and here we can even upload bulk images, multiple images at once. Let's try that one. Select all the images from there and wait for it to be uploaded, right? And select one of the images to set as featured image for the post, right? So let's see that also. And you can see multiple posts there, right, in the category politics, because both of the posts were for politics category. Add a new post, right, and you can also add tags for the post to make it searchable, easily searchable. All right. Let's select image, feature image, and publish it. So let's go on and add a few more, right? Okay, technology. That's done. Go for health. That's also done. Go for sports, and then travel. Alright, and if you see on the browser, right, let's get it published first. If you see on the browser, you can see all these posts being displayed here on the front page, right? And we need to limit that, alright, because that's gonna be a problem once you reach a couple of images and a couple of more posts, right? So, but before limiting that, let's add one more post on the style category. We don't have any post for that one, right? So add it to style. Yep, and publish it. And in all posts, you can see all those posts. And to limit the number of posts visible on the front page, what you need to do is we need to go to the settings, and then reading option, and block pages or posts to show and a single file. It's 10 on default. Let's make it 5. All right. Okay, then we go to the appearance widgets option, and we can manipulate what to display on the sidebar and advertisement areas over there. So let's go for the sidebar, and we're gonna show the posts on loop there. So you click on that and add widget on the sidebar, right? And select the template where you want to add styles to the sidebar posts, right? And you need to try out a few. to find out the best for you yourself. I'm going with the last one, and you can directly click on save to go for the default settings, or you can opt for your own settings, right? Adding content, choosing from the available options. Alright, that's order by date, order descending order, and that's sticky, post, default, everything. Okay, so save it. Once saved, refresh the browser, and it's working, right? So you can see the post on the right hand sidebar as well. Alright, and then let's go with the header advertisement area. Alright, there's one big advertisement section there, so let's go with that option. But first, let's close this dialog box. We don't need this now, and that's the one. Alright, select header advertisement area, add widget, and you can add link and the image for the advertisement here, and you can also opt for the advertisement to open in a new tab, right? So we don't have any images, that long image for advertisement, so I'm going to search it in Google, download one of them, save it on my computer, then upload it to my project file. Right, select files, look at the image. Yeah, that's the last one. Open it, and that's uploaded. So insert into post. You can play with the size as well if you want, and then save it. Refresh the browser, and you can see that advertisement being displayed on the header advertisement area. Everything's fine. Then let's go with the sidebar advertisement, where I'm gonna add multiple advertisement widgets, right? Let's close this tab as well. So search for the multiple advertisements, and click on sidebar. Alright, and click on add widget. So once you go there, you're asked to add the title. You can add title, then advertisement 1, add the image for advertisement 1, right? And manipulate the size. You can go for the recommended size, alright? And if you want, you can go with multiple advertisements there. I'm just going to save one only. Refresh the browser, and you can see that advertisement here. Okay, so that's all done. Click on any of the posts, and you are redirected to the single post here, and it has got a nice comment feed as well. That's working, and the reply options also working, right? So what we're gonna do now is click on any category, and you can see all the categories contained over there. Try the contact form, fill up some details, and click on send, and it's not going to work until your site is live. Alright, so let's add a page to by the side of the search button. Then go on page, add new page. Let's make it FAQ. So I'm going to create a page with page builder here. So I'm going to go in details about it in the next video, where you can see you can manipulate the number of rows you want to display there, right? And all the stylings options are on the right hand side, right? I'm going with the full width row. Insert, and then you can use the default template or full template. Add the widget visual editor there. Right, and edit, add some text for FAQs. There will be questions and answers only, right? Use the text editor to change its field, add new row, and add some more text. Save it. Alright, and you can publish it. Yep, that's done. Refresh the browser, and you can see that on the far right. Alright, so everything's done. Then click on customize, and I'm gonna show you something that you really know. So on the first top of the options on the customization, you can see view theme info, and there's got a documentation link there. Click on it and you can see documentation on how you can customize the active theme, right? Since the theme, this option is gonna be varied as per the theme, so it's better to see it for the first few times when you are a beginner, right? And since it's a demo post, it doesn't allow us to replicate the appearance and so on, so you have got that link there to make your website look as how it should look. So that's all you need to know while working on a magazine theme, and I'll come up with another blog theme where we'll be working on creating layouts using page builder. Alright, so thanks for watching, and please subscribe our channel for more videos. Thank you.